Hello, Nemos. We're back in Florida. Just spent a week down here during Memorial Day, and we worked mostly on the plumbing for the tank. We needed to get this part complete, um, but what a beauty it has come out to be. So this is the plumbing for both the aquariums coming through this wall, and then angling over and coming out over here. I'm sad to say I wasn't able to get all the plumbing done, but we made significant progress in it, and it is unbelievable the amount of work and plumbing that went into this system. We ran 250 feet of plumbing so far. Got another 50 feet to go. But check out this wall. That is such a beautiful straight wall of plumbing. So all of this pipe needed to be buffed, sanded, and polished. And you can see why. We couldn't just come over here with scuffed, dirty plumbing. It had to just be pristine because this is one of the focal points of the tank. So we went through and made sure we labeled as all of the plumbing for the system. And that way we can just kind of make sure that we're tracing and plumbing the right lines. We installed the UV sterilizer system here, which I'm a huge fan of. I wanted to keep everything nice and tight on this wall, so when the client does come and walk in this area, it's free, it's clear, there's nothing that's really gonna hit him. So it's much easier to deal and work with. So we're gonna have 257 watts run the reef, another 257 watts run the fish. But I love how this went. So we added these two unions here on the UV sterilizer. So whenever he needs to change the bulb, there's no way to get it out here because everything's in line. But you'll unloosen these unions very slightly, pull the UV sterilizer out, and now you have full access to the bulb, the sleeve, anything you need to do to service these guys. And you can just simply push it back in, tighten the union back up, and service the UVs very clean, very simply. I love how I mounted these power supplies with the zips and the extruded aluminum so nothing gets pegged to the wall. It lets us move things around without leaving any dents or dings in the wall. We'll have a valve here and a valve here for some bypass of the UV to calculate and get the right flow rates through them. We also added in this rigid sponge. I really like the sponge. It really helps reduce with that overflow splash noise that you get if the water level gets too low in these overflow boxes. And we'll add a top cover like this to keep algae from growing in the box and just keep the box as clean as possible. So we did the return lines as well. I went with just a straight 1 inch elbow into the 3/4 lock line. This allows us to just kind of direct and get the flow exactly where we want it. But inside it keeps it nice and clean. So we talked about our return nozzles last video, and I wanted to showcase what we've got now. Is we've got just this duckbill and it's sticking right out of the bulkhead. It's kind of a nice look, not really protruding out too much, still gives us enough maneuverability with it to direct our flow. Down here, we've got our overflow, our closed loop suction ports. And I used a 3/4 bulkhead on this. If you didn't know, 3/4 bulkhead, 3/4 pipe fits into a 1 inch fitting, no problem. So that just keeps it nice and tight against the plumbing work. And so we are close. We are getting to a point where we can actually run the system and get water flowing there. It'll take another few trips, but this came out to be one of my most intense plumbing jobs that I have done. Give us a like, give us a subscription. That way we can keep making these videos and just keep showcasing all of the beautiful work that goes on at Nemo's. I love how I mounted these pipes here. We're gonna put a sheet of acrylic in between these slats. That way if there's any splashing or water getting out, it's gonna hit that acrylic and not really ruin the wall at all. I'm excited for you guys to see the sump work that comes into play. So stay tuned. Let us know how you like the video. I appreciate you listening.